Yeah, G-Bot.
I looked for it specifically.
Ben's
But
looking fly too. Yeah,
What's
G-Bot.
up,
I wore it
everybody?
like 2 days ago. That's why it's dirty. I've been rocking it.
You didn't even post a picture though.
Happy Money Monday.
Oh, you're right.
Thanks.
Very happy Money Monday.
Everyone's dripped
Yeah,
out.
what's going
We
on?
got
everyone?
everyone's
Dripped out. Yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
It's
get
like
it, get
a
it.
it's like a
It's
video
going
game. Yeah, video game stat points. Like plus charisma or something for the box and
Get a picture
t-shirt.
for the TL. Get a picture for the TL.
Corey, hit that
Yeah,
shit.
I got you. Hold up. Gotta get up on my logo here.
There you go. What's up, everybody? Happy Money Monday. Let us know what Amazon questions we can answer for you guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful day
It
to
was
make some
not a
money on
couple hours
Amazon. It is now.
It's beautiful.
The
as fuck right now.
sun they knows that it's Money Monday. It can't
sun
rain
back-
during Money Monday.
That's true. That's
Sun low key.
true.
Like, I wonder if Corey's gonna say hi to me today. It's been years.
Yeah, it's a nice day out here too. It's hot as hell though. It's like not, I mean, I know it's hot down there too, but it's like at least 95 here and pretty humid too.
We've been through like a heat wave the past couple of weeks.
Did you go to the lake though?
I did this past
we
weekend,
went to the links yesterday.
Good. No, lake, not lake.
Yeah, I said we went to the links.
No. All right. What about the lake? I don't care about the lake.
Did not
You got to
go
do
there.
both. I went to the lake on Saturday and links
What
today.
up, Scotty?
Sunscreen.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! I was in the sun all day. I knew immediately you're gonna probably kick me for that, but I don't.
We're getting 90
Dangerous
seconds into the
territory
stream.
already.
We're off
Okay.
the rails already. Hell yeah.
This is the-
Already.
So as I'm scaling, I'm starting to make bad purchase decisions. How do you consolidate your business and keep track of every product in your inventory? Okay, that's a very, very good one right there. So there's kind of two parts to that, right? So there's making bad purchasing decisions, right? And there's actually tracking the inventory correctly. So how do we do that? All right, man. Fuck. All right, so starting
I
off.
thought you were gonna take it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, no, I'm
this is the first question that you've ever lobbed and not just like absorbed.
Okay.
So, all right, sure. All right, Pedro.
Yeah.
So since we're sharing today, all right, this is new. Pedro, just keep really good track of things on Google Sheets. So like everything you buy on SellerAmp, just click the purchased button or whatever, so you can track it all there. It's a good idea. Like if you're going back and noticing like those bad purchasing decisions, go back and it'll mark the day you exported it. Go back and reverse the keep it back. See like what you can learn basically. So you can see, oh, there was a seller count increase that they told me not to do that on YouTube. I see why now. Or that sale was too easy to find. Like all that type of stuff. That's going to make your purchasing decisions a lot better. And then also do the same thing for your most profitable items. Like what do good items look like so I can replicate that again.
Yeah, I mean, it's super, super important the first like couple months to screenshot exactly what the keeper graph looked like at the time of the purchase, and then give a little 2 or 3 sentence blurb in terms of why you bought it. Justify it, right? Because obviously, if you're buying it, there should be a reason that you're buying it. And so what happens is you, as Warner was saying, right, in a month or 2 or 3 weeks, you can compare the outcome and what you kind of perceive the outcome to be compared to what you thought in your initial purchase, right? And so that delta, if there is one, is going to really teach you a lot as you iterate. And also, if you're kind of finding that inaccuracies with your buys, you want to mitigate your risk as much as possible, right? So start FBMing. So if something goes haywire, you can return.
You can
Start
test
diversifying. Exactly, yeah. Start to go wider instead of deeper. I'm assuming, right, you said as you're scaling, you're making bad decisions. So I'm assuming you're having some sort of like false level of confidence. You're buying more units as you're kind of perceiving to be getting better and better at this sort of thing, right? And so you can still do that, right? But maybe FBM them instead, right? Test 10 units instead of 20, or that, you know what I'm saying?
John said he's had 32 units in FC processing for 3 months now. Any thoughts? John, that's got to be some
That's like the
sort of
record.
issue. Yeah, well, that's got to be like something's got to be lost at Amazon's fulfillment center. Something's not right there. I'm sure you probably have already done this, but if you haven't, try opening a case, try explaining the situation. They're not going to be very helpful. I hate to say it, but I really don't know what recourse you have in this case other than to either wait or open a case.
Okay, should I enter my price before or after sales tax and seller amp? Enter it before sales tax and have your sales tax in your seller amp settings already.
Same thing with anyone that uses a prep center, right?
Yep, bake it all in.
Exactly, yeah. Account for 60 cents for shipping to FBA, wherever the $1.80, $1.20 is for your prep fees. And of course, as Miles pointed out, the sales tax as well.
Hit up Amazon Seller Help on Twitter. They'll be able to identify the specific case. It sounds like because you changed your number, you can't have them call you, essentially, or struggling to have them call you, which is how Seller Support typically works. So hit up Amazon Seller Help on Twitter.
Pedro, yeah, you should really have just one big Google sheet that's going to be the backbone of your Amazon business, right? So what I would probably recommend is have a different sheet for maybe every season, maybe a back to school sheet with links, price points in which you're looking to buy, as opposed to also price points in which you're looking to sell, ASINs so you can list them easily for every single season, right? Maybe you have a summer, maybe you have Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever the case, maybe you have a different sheet. And then maybe your evergreen stuff, your replenishable stuff that you can theoretically sell year round. Have a sheet for that too. Again, documenting what your ideal buy cost is, what your selling threshold is, your expected profit, links, ASINs. The ASINs are important too, right? Because if any of those ASINs go out of stock, if you store the ASIN, it's easy to list again, right? You don't have to go hunting for it. The ASIN's right there. You can list it easily. And then also start to store sellers as well. Right? Different sellers are going to lead you to different sorts of things, right? So maybe you have a list of 10, 15, 20 different Nike sellers that you can continuously learn from. Start to bookmark them. Adidas sellers, Puma sellers, all those sorts of things. Start to bookmark those seller links. The link doesn't change. And that's going to be always an evergreen source to learn stuff, right? So if you're ever on the hunt for maybe there's a big Nike sale that you want to start to reverse source from, well, if you have 15 Nike sellers, that'll make that process pretty easy.
That's an incredibly good point on the bookmarking seller storefronts. I've started doing that lately, and it's been ridiculously helpful because you start to learn where dudes are buying from and that there's certain brands that only come from certain websites, right? And then over time, you start to see those patterns, and it makes sourcing a lot easier, you know, if you're adequately tracking stuff correctly and everything. And it makes it just like a breeze compared to doing it, you know, just raw dogging it essentially.
And Austin had a good question here because this is something that I think probably throws a lot of people off. So he said some Neutrogena items are showing up restricted, even though I'm ungated. Is this normal? And so, Austin, you can be ungated in a brand, but there can still be certain ASINs from that brand that are fully restricted, right? So that's just for some reason how Amazon treats some of these products. Like, for example, I'm ungated in Gillette, but there's still some certain Gillette ASINs that I'm fully restricted on. I can't even apply. So that's going to be the case for a lot of brands, unfortunately.
What do we think, boys? Should we wear the boxing gear to the gym after the call?
No, so
I think it makes you slightly stronger. You hit PRs.
That's what I was thinking, bro.
Chad hit the PR. I'm turning 18 in a month, and I found out about Amazon FBA about a month ago, and I have educated myself heavily on this topic. When I turn 18, what activities should I do to set myself up for success?
Start selling now, yeah.
I mean, it just kind of depends if your parents are cool with it and everything. But once you're 18, right, first order of business, you want to set up that Amazon seller account. Then just get going from there. You know, you said you educated yourself nicely, so it's starting to get some initial SKUs live in your storefront, right? Starting super nice, small, low risk, and building up from there.
You also can't. I don't know what you mean by necessarily educating yourself heavily, but there's no reason for you not to be sourcing. Right, going through. If you were here 5-10 minutes ago, I was talking about a big Google sheet to start to like document and reference a lot of links. Start to comprise that now. Whatever you can start reverse sourcing, start to kind of compile those links, ideal price points, all those things right now. And so when you're off and running in a month or two, it's game on from there.
Do you guys request early payouts from Amazon? Is there any reason not to? Well, so the only reason not to that I'm familiar with, and this is the reason why we don't request the daily payouts, is because we use Profit First. That's kind of like our financial foundation, if you want to call it that. And it's just really difficult to execute on Profit First if you're cashing out every single day. It's a lot easier just to let Amazon pay you every 2 weeks. If you're not doing Profit First, I'd say cashing out daily makes the most sense.
Steven had a W tweet. He was like,
I saw that.
He said, I will not.
He's like, I'd take the Chad Scaler methodology, not the financial.
Yeah, I saw that.
He said, I will not be doing the Profit First method. I will be doing the Chad Scaler method and reinvesting into the business as much as I can and living off nothing. Make sure you're actually making some fucking money.
I love that. I saw that. I was like, I kind of feel personally attacked, but at the same time, I love it.
Sent out 7K worth of profit. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Tony, Tony.
Let's go. Let's go.
Good work. Damn, already too, man. So we still got a week left in June, man. Good work. Here's milestone. Yes, sir. Yeah, keep building, man. And that's the thing, Tony. You're probably in your first year. You can't even imagine what you can do over multiple years, man. Keep building. That's a good thing. When adding a new FBA, since we uncheck Canada and Mexico, really up to you.
I super would.
Yeah, it just depends. Like if it's like a product that doesn't really get returned often, it can be a good idea.
There's also some like different account health kind of thresholds and things for different countries. I would turn every other country off because you don't want one of the other markets to kind of screw up your main sauce.
Yeah, we turned Mexico and Canada completely off a few weeks ago. It's because after we factored in returns, it just wasn't worth it. And that, like exactly like you said, Garrett, your account health, you have a separate account health metrics for each marketplace, and our Canada and Mexico account health was trash because we don't pay attention to it. So we didn't want anything potentially affecting or risking the U.S. account.
Yeah. Go America, Angela. Facts.
So toss up the screen share.
See what we got.
Little stallion hanging out in chat, tossing a big old shipment out. I love I like the blurred labels all over the place, but I there's nothing better than a nice little box thrown from the community. That's what's up, Stallion.
There's been a shitload of them lately.
I've been loving it.
Yeah, Drew, Stallion, Wesley. Yeah, that's a W take right there. Here we go. What should we pay attention to when analyzing a variation markets? What should we pay attention to analyzing variation markets where Keepa does not work? I sell in Australia and sometimes I have a hard time. Yeah, so really all you can do for variations without Keepa is I would essentially look at the review counts and then just a lot of common sense around size and color in terms of commonality. But review count's definitely going to help for that too.
Yep. How many variations on a listing is too many? It doesn't matter, G. There's good products on listings with like hundreds of variations. Just make sure that variation has some nice review count increases. Make sure the offer stat looks good.
G-Body fiending for the retweets there. Let's see, I'll toss them on.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't a retweet one.
Oh,
someone mentioned Corey as a rookie of the year.
on Twitter, I haven't even looked.
That's funny.
Carsonic FBA getting some love.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna be up there, man, for sure. He's really gonna be up there.
Is he yamming in this?
Huh? Yeah, he's
throwing down.
Yeah, he's killing it.
He looks like he's about to get blocked by the rim in his profile picture.
He made that.
It doesn't look like it.
No, he's on the way up. No, he's on the way up.
I don't know, dog.
You're working on your first boxing shipment tonight? That's what's up?
No, he's on the way up there.
What do we think?
No, he makes it. He makes it. You don't put a profile pic of you getting rim stuff. Like the end of that pic.
He might even punch that on dude's head and slap the backboard after, just like I did to G-Body.
I can't wait to see a basketball tournament of some sort going on here. We need an Amazon basketball tournament. I feel like we've been saying that for a while.
Okay. I'm handing out smoke. Ungated Burt's Bees brand, but was looking to ungate the beauty subcategory. How do I go about that? You probably already have beauty done, most likely. Same exact process though for a brand or category. Just go through and try to list that SKU and see if it asks you to apply for anything else. Which could be a category, could be a subcategory. Most likely won't be either in this case, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah. Pete's calling to remove yourself.
We're gonna be yamming on Miles next week, Pete. I didn't realize it was already next week. We're gonna be down there. Miles is about to get to work.
Oh, see now, when you're a young Chad Scaler, reinvest it all, man. Reinvest it all.
Look at that
here and there.
Miles, help me. I can't get the. I can't get it down.
You gotta
throw gas jump.
That's what's up, Stallion. Next one will be even faster for you.
Amazon tells me it doesn't fit the weight expected, so won't let me send, and I waited several times. It is not what they say. It's
odd. I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, Garrett, just change it, man, and see what happens.
Should I have my shipping templates for peak seasons, or should I stay the same? I mean, you don't necessarily need to change them, but I would just make sure you're charging a premium for any 1 day, 2 day expedited shipping. Yeah. Because I think we've all made that mistake once. If your miles, probably 3 or 4 times, where that next day shipping, someone picks it and the shipping costs $30 and your profit goes out the window.
Yeah, Gary, on the weight thing, you can also request a remeasure for that ASIN. I wonder if they think one of your ASINs that you shipped is way heavier than it actually is.
That's a good point.
Me and
yo,
the wife
guys.
are living on.
Yo, guys, very new to Amazon OA, struggling with understanding the order of operations. I signed up for my seller account in SellerAmp. What tools do I need, like printers, boxes, and scales? You need literally nothing right now, especially if you're worried about the order of operations. You need to get listings live FBM, and then once orders start coming in, you go to Walmart and you figure it out, right? You do not need to worry about ordering anything else right now, right? You need to be using what's called the Chad scale method. Right? Get some orders and you'll figure out how to ship them. Get some orders and you'll figure out how to ship them.
Brandon,
that was my. Oh, go ahead.
I was moving on. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, talking about order of operations, I mean, that was kind of the same approach that I took, right? Like I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. This was like in May of 2017. And I found easy resells. I knew I wanted to do books. I didn't have any scales, any shipping materials, anything of any sort whatsoever. Just went to thrift stores and started scanning books. And once I had a pile of books that I was ready to list, then I spent all day on YouTube figuring out how to create a shipment. What scale do I need? What labels do I need? So really focus on finding those first products that you're going to sell that are profitable, and then everything else will fall into place. And there's so much good information out there these days. That'll be the easiest part of the process.
Ooh, so don't buy products first. No, buy products first, and then worry about how to ship them once you have them. Once you got orders. Please
give us a Chad scale definition. All right. We asked ChatGPT that recently, and it was actually kind of spot on the answer. I forgot what it was, though.
So it's complete and utter disregard for societal norms in regards to credit card debt, not debt, but I don't know. It's just disregarding the things that are unimportant in life and focusing on the mission. Right.
But this dude on the internet, Flips4Miles, told me to buy $50K worth of stuff, and I don't have that.
Thing I said, yeah, buy one of something and fucking
buy 50 grand worth. You've never sold on Amazon.
Yeah.
How much capital to invest in wholesale or retail and online arbitrage? So for wholesale, at least 5 to 10K for inventory, and then for arbitrage, what, $500, guys? Less than that, even?
Yeah, you start with what you got. You'll find
500,000. Yeah.
Start with.
If you got less than $1,000, you're probably well served hitting a yard sale thrift stores for a few weeks and then doing some arbitrage. But
yeah, for character building too.
Yeah,
it's fun too. I mean, not to mention it's fun.
That is the treasure hunt. I feel like once the mission is complete, it might still do some like eBay flipping and stuff on the side. It's just fun.
Yeah, I agree.
How does
do you think renting a PO box to avoid order cancellation is a good strategy? I don't think that's really going to affect anything. You want to make sure, obviously, your shipping address, your billing address matches the account. But start to teeter with the other factors, right? So order cadence, order quantities, the way of your paying, PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, all those sorts of things. Asking customer service, gift cards. I mean, there's a lot of other factors at play other than just the address that are likely kind of impacting more.
How does the increase in influencers selling courses and promoting a rich lifestyle impact the saturation and the credibility of your courses? So it significantly increased the credibility of it, but honestly, it's from like a Lambo, like private jet perspective, like I did convince Corey to stop showing his Lambo on the streams. But yeah, I don't know. That whole situation's way better than it was a couple of years ago. Like,
yeah, it's not nearly as
during the Ty Lopez era. Yeah.
Or when everyone had money in 2020, that was just you could just throw it wherever you wanted.
Well, and also too, like pay attention to who's selling the lifestyle versus who's selling the actual or who's actually giving information. It's easier for easy for anyone to go on there and like.
The pages of people just like showing boxes and talking, sharing value. That's what you want over the walking through wherever tropical, driving fancy cars.
Yeah, I drive a minivan. That's my parents when I'm in Pennsylvania.
My car has 279,000 miles on it.
Walk around Miami.
Your car does, Corey?
Yeah,
that's just unsafe, bro. Come on, get yourself a Camry or something.
No, that thing
bro.
I love that thing, man. I'm gonna drive until the wheels fall off.
What do you drive? What is it?
A 4Runner.
Okay, I think I knew that. Yeah,
and when it breaks down, I'm just gonna get another 4Runner. I mean,
just get yourself like a 2024 runner, bro. You're doing fine. Like you can drop 20 on a car.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I go to the local store and scan stuff with SellerAmp. Is there a certain amount of items I should try and pick up for my first resale? So there's no trying. There's only doing. And you can buy one of stuff as long as it's FBM friendly from a risk reversal perspective. You just want to start out nice and light, low risk.
Corey drives a dune buggy.
Brandon, if you're talking about private label stuff, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are more educated than us. All we're doing is buying name brand trusted products and reselling them. right? There's a proven market, there's proven demand, there's proven price points, and all we're doing is just bringing that supply to the market that's already there, right? So we're not necessarily making any listings, we're not coming up with new product images, we're not doing really any of that. So that's probably, you're looking for a different stream if you're looking to get into private label.
So Stallion, talking about cashing out and getting a transit van to double down on retail arbitrage. So, I mean, I know plenty of people that have done that, and it's totally feasible. And if you want to hear about somebody who's really crushing it with arbitrage, OA, and retail arbitrage, did y'all listen to Chris Grant's podcast episode recently with a guy that's doing I think it's is it 100 million a year? Or was it 100 million lifetime between arbitrage and wholesale, and part of it's online arbitrage, part of it's retail. So I listened to that episode. It's on the Clear the Shelf podcast, and
Speaking
it
of
goes
that,
deep.
Yeah, that was
You spawned Chris by mentioning the podcast.
He's
here. That was the first comment. But he did kind of insult you on the way in, though. A little bit.
Smelled the shout out.
low key.
I can be a 4Runner guy. I don't know if I could be a Honda.
UPS pickup ignores me. Call them and get them to actually come. And they're dropping off OA packages to you, so talk to the guy. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's dropping off packages for you. Like, talk to him and make friends. Take care of him.
If you do, all right, how do you get ungated, or do you still have to buy stuff? I would just buy stuff online. You have your best chance of success buying 10 units of something. Again, ideally still profitable, right? I mean, even if your bread and butter is RA, I mean, reverse source on any of our videos, any of our products, you can find some profitable stuff in any brand that you're doing.
Fact. G-Body Benz. Amazon not taking my Marshall's receipts for non-brothers. Yeah. buy it online.
Yeah, that won't you can't usually do RA ungating there.
Brandon,
strategy,
all you gotta do is
I was just gonna say, like, buy box strategy. There's no real way to like metagame the buy box beyond faster shipping time, so FBA or 0-day handling on FBM, or having being in stock on the listing for a really long time. You'll start to hog a little bit more.
They do not accept that. Just your prep center. Yeah, jig it, switch up the payment method, and overall just try to isolate the variable that's causing the order cancels, and ideally be closely working with other sellers to try to solve those problems in tandem. Because that's what we used to do back in the day. Is like if cousin Jake Carter was getting cancels on somewhere, we'd all try and fix it. If cousin Wi-Fi Astro was getting cancels on somewhere, we'd fix it. So that's why stuff's important. Y'all, give me a 1 in the chat if you want me to make a shipment and box. I'm here live with y'all here. Give me a 1 in the chat.
Jake's running ultra marathons now. You see that?
No, see now I respect him more than it is incredible. He his work ethic was so amazingly beautiful, and he hit his number, and then now he committed to another pursuit of life. That's beautiful.
He's just living in a van, just kicking it, running ultras. Yeah,
that's beautiful, man. So no one's really going to give away a prep center, Brad. Obviously, I mean, I'll tell you privately because you're one of my guys, and everything. But the best way is going to be a referral within the community, which in your case, obviously, I'll hook it up. Very few people are just kind of going to publicly say it. You know what I mean? What is who is getting the sale when there is no buy box on the product? That's a good question, Eric. It's typically just whoever's lowest priced. Yeah, usually low price FBA on that. Those are good listings to sell if you're a beginner, though, Eric, because it's level playing field. If you're having troubles getting the buy box on a normal listing, so is everyone else on a suppressed listing.
Yeah, customers usually just going in and choosing the lowest price, like you said. Lowest price and also shortest delivery time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can already dump it. We've got analytics for you.
Boom. All right, let's get it. All right, G-Body Benz wanted a shipment here, so we're going to give it to you. All right, right off the bat, we'll call it Cousin G-Body Benz. We're here for the shipment name, right? We're going to automatically Chad list 50% above the buy box here. Right? Buy cost input, supplier input, data input for custom SKUs, 2D barcodes, because I'm trying to have my stuff checking quicker here, and print FBA labels as we box them. Not box them. That's going to save some time too. No more writing on the boxes, putting the 40 pounds, putting the XYZ amount of
Dude,
short.
I remember having to do that
all the time.
It was so bad.
All the time.
It was so bad.
That's that. I could just picture Danny doing the copyright for that page. He was like, "Oh, this is gonna be funny. Let's do prep inbox them."
Yeah. That was my idea. That was my idea for the record.
Was it?
Yes. Yes.
So look at how fast she searches here.
We were sitting early days drawing out the product.
Look at how fast she searches here. So beautiful. Boom. Oops, not Garrett's tweet. Oh no, I gotta get.
We can't sell Garrett's tweet on Amazon.
Yeah, and oh no. All right, let's see. I'll come back when I got Nathan for y'all here. Let's see.
Boom.
No, I got it already. And we're back right here. Boom. Here we go. Boom. All right. Let's plug this guy in. See how we're automatically, we can see all the other offers here. So we can list way above the box here too. Let's go to add product here. Buy cost, boom. Total quantity, boom. Let's do 50. Quantity per case, 50. Supplier, rack room, date purchase, boom. Expiration date, if there is one, you have to add in too. Y'all see that custom SKU right there as well. Let's see. Now let's speed run this guy here. Boom. Send this guy over to Amazon.
One day you can sell Garrett's tweet. Yeah, we're working on that one. We're working on adding the ability to sell tweets on Amazon.
Okay, this is the best part of Boxem. So we can print out the FN SKU labels right here. Boom, there they are. Right there.
If you've got a printer hooked up, that'll automatically print. You don't have to press print right there.
Yep, and then we'll just do bulk assign right here. So this is the really, really quick part. So let's say 10 per box, 5 boxes here, 24 by 19 by 17, 20 pounds. And that's all you needed to do. No dragging and dropping, no manually creating boxes. There's our FBA box labels right there. Y'all see that sweet 2D barcode as well?
What? Think for a second for a new seller. Like a new seller has just started selling on Amazon and they're trying to work through creating an FBA shipment inside Seller Central. Nightmare. Impossible. In fact, this is embarrassing to admit. Last week, I went in to try to create a shipment to show an example to somebody. I literally haven't created an FBA shipment in like 3 years. So I went in and tried to do it. And I'm like pinging my VA the whole time. I'm like, hey, how do we do this? Like, what do I do here? What do I do this? I couldn't even figure it out. And I've been selling on Amazon for 7 years. Yep. So the fact that Miles just went through here and created a full shipment in like 72 seconds is just insane.
Yep. And you can print the shipping labels in Boxem as well. You can't do that in other shipment softwares too. So
that's huge. Yeah, that's huge.
You don't have to touch Seller Central at all anymore. Yep. Buying.
Thank God for that.
Is my box, like default box dimension, still on the roadmap?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a G.
That's a great idea. Yeah,
that was a rare W take from Garrett.
Rare W? Come on now.
Rare W take.
Yeah. Is there a certain amount of products to pick up on my first in-store pickup to resell? Like 5 or 10 units. Just kind of feel out the demand on the item. Look at the offers tab. Look at the variations, that kind of stuff. If you're doing a pickup, you can test it and like make the sale that day and go back for more. Worst case.
Brici. Oh, this is a good one here. Okay, this is a really good question here. What was the moment where it clicked that the Amazon FBA/FBM business model worked, and how did you get to that point? So I always kind of knew it worked because I followed so many people that did it for a while. But the time it really started to make sense for me once I had some like $500 profit days the first like 2 months. And then I had like a $2,000 profit day in like my 6th month, which actually didn't really take that much effort because it was just replens. And then I got very good as a result of that. And
I think once you have the confidence to go deeper accurately, that's when it's really going to click, right? Because then it's like you can scale your business deeper as opposed to wider. When you can just add a 0 on your purchase, that's really where it's going to like the light bulb moment, where you can buy 100 as opposed to 10. And you don't have to sit there and source 50 different products to get to that same output. That's where it starts to click. And that's where it gets exciting too, right? Because then you just have to replicate that thing, that process, as opposed to, and that's where it becomes more than just like an hourly job.
Yep.
In the beginning, it's like, oh, I have to put in hours to find X amount of ASINs, right? But then once you get deeper, then it's you're scaling your business, scaling your time, exponentially.
The skill set scales very fast. You like for like 2 to 3 months, depending on how fast you can learn, you'll feel like you're slamming your head against the wall. Gradually, less and less. It'll start clicking. You get that first product where you make $2,000-3,000 profit, and then it's like, all right, more of those.
Well, for me, I would say it was when I found that very first profitable book. I walk into a thrift store, I'm scanning books on the shelf, and I'm like, wait, I can buy this book for 50 cents. And right now it's selling on Amazon for $30. Like, after fees, maybe you take home 21, 22. I just, 40x to my investment essentially once that sells. So that's when it clicked for me. I'm like, dang, if I can do this 1, 2, 5, 10 times a day, then that'll be awesome. And that's kind of how it works.
Do you guys have any seller app coupon codes? I think it's like $20 a month. I think you'll be fine.
You can try it.
Launchpad.
Yeah, you can try it free as well. Yeah, there's a Boxem tutorial on my channel, guys, and Warner's channel as well.
Yep, and the Boxem channel. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the Boxem YouTube channel, go do it. We dropped the first video on the Boxem YouTube channel.
Chad Boxem?
Somebody was, I think Stallion was asking about how 2D box labels work too. So the 2D barcode, like you're asking to do a bunch of different SKUs, that embeds all the product information on there. If you have one product or 50 products in the box, it basically just is a label on the outside of the box. So when Amazon scans it, they know exactly what's inside rather than having to like rip it open.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go do my best 2017 Steph Curry impression on some randoms at the Y.
You gotta get ready for next week because we're going.
I always have busted your ass. I will continue to bust your ass.
I got Pete though.
Things
Get your second. I got
Things
Pete.
don't change. Wi-Fi and I would murder.
Oh no, that's not fair. I need a lesser two. I need a lesser two. Give me like a Austin Reeves number 2.
Oh. So I'm number. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Be great, y'all. Be great. We'll see you guys soon.
See you
Me and
guys.
Pete are like Damon McCullum, and you need like a Austin.
All right.